Chase Lehocky here with the Blue Futon. Out of the Netflix world, we have a series called The Midnight Club. Should you stay up at midnight to watch this series? Let's find out. So The Midnight Club, what's about? It's a very simple premise, actually. You have a hospice, I think it's in Washington State, if I'm not mistaken. The only reason I knew that because I saw some license plates. But hospice, unfortunately, means people dying. In this case, there are teenagers or young adults who have terminal ill cancer, and they are kind of there to live out their life. Fingers crossed that they will try to live as long as possible. However, the Midnight Club is they tell stories at midnight, but in the meantime, books are found, basements are found. Can people save each other with this hourglass symbol? This is a story by Mike Flanagan, who also did Midnight Mass, Oculus. I think he did Doctor Sleep as well, if I'm not mistaken. So did I like this series? It's a very mixed bag for me. Sometimes I'm absolutely loving this series, and sometimes I'm like, what are we fucking doing? So with that, I will get a pause of the story. I think when we're doing the Midnight Club and doing these stories of suicide, of just terror, I think that is where this freaking thing shines. I mean, these short stories that these kids are telling are phenomenal. They are fun to watch, and they're super, super cool, and I enjoy the living shit out of it. Also, with some of the storytelling of some of these characters with the cancer, I know what it's like. I don't want to say I know what it's like to have cancer. That would be fucking false. People in my family having cancer, close siblings, sister passing away from cancer. So there were some stories or situations in this documentary. Wow, I'm flustered right now. Like I said, it's bringing back memories, so I'm sorry about that. But series and stories where you're just like, yeah, that's true. That's fucked up. I wish it on no one, and I truly wish like cancer not on the worst fucking person. Like I cry every time I see the St. Jude's like Cancer Society. I always donate to them like right on Best Buy. It's like, oh, I'm buying a movie, $5 to St. Jude's, $5 to St. Jude's, $5 to St. Jude's. Even that's nothing, but I say I donate like up to $200 each year of doing other stuff as well. Because when I see like Jennifer Aniston like on that thing and I see that cancer kid crying, I bawl. I'm in the theater fucking crying before the movie starts because I'm like, I wish it on no one. That is real world problems. And I know we're talking about like, I always bring it up. Fucking, rights of some people that really isn't bad today are like crying because it's misgendering someone, or pronouns, or saying master bedroom, or saying mom and dad are now problematic nowadays. Fuck off. Fuck off. Problematic is a 3-year-old with fucking terminal cancer. Problematic is having parents having to decide to pull the plug on someone who just had a stroke because of cancer. That's fucking problems in the world. And I think a lot of people don't know real problems. And so this story does like show that fuckery of like cancer sucks and everything. But with that, the backstory of this person being healed with the hourglass, as well as the main character, some of the main character choices, I understand what she was doing, but it got annoying to a fault of like, look, lady, I know what you're trying to do, and I know your good intentions, but listen, like, holy fucking shit, like, the writing's on the wall. Something's not right. Like, back the fuck up. And she doesn't do that. Sometimes it's super annoying. There's a lot of other characters where you're just like, what are you doing? That is so fucking stupid. And same with other movies and other things nowadays. It feels like you had to have an agenda. You don't need a fucking agenda in this one. I understand what you're trying to do with one of the characters being gay and AIDS and trying to put that in the 1990s. But some of that was a little bit forced. And I know what Michael Flanagan, just like he did in Midnight Mass, he used to be religious. Now he's not. So it felt like some like bashing of like religion, some bashing of other stuff while other people were safe. And I'm just like, yo, I understand what you're trying to do and how you're trying to tie it together. But some of it just felt like forced, like way too forced. You're just like, okay, what are we doing? And the ending, it left way too much shit open-ended, like way, way too much. It was just like, what are you doing? Because there's one part where like, it's a ghost story, so people are seeing ghosts in this house. Why are only a few people seeing the ghost? Don't explain it. Why does this person have the hourglass at the very end? Doesn't explain it. Who are these two people walking the halls? Doesn't explain it. And it's just like, come on. The ending was so fucking weak. It left way too many doors open. If there's not going to be a season 2, That's a fucking travesty. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a season 2 because Netflix and like the Haunted of Hill House of like, is it Hill House and Manor, which I didn't like the Manor one, and Midnight Mass and this. So it feels like there will be a season 2. So I'm good with that. But the ending of like just the uncertainty of who is this person? Who really is this person? Who are these people? Who are this cult? Or what is this cult? What is this person? Like, what is this organization? So you're just like, man, I feel like they put way too much in this story, and it just didn't do the payout at the very end. So overall, I think Midnight Mass has some fucking fantastic moments, and then sometimes like, what the fuck moments of like, what are you doing? That's stupid. So anytime we were in the story world of the Midnight Club telling the stories, I was fucking all in. I was give me more. Even with the cancer elements of, I want to say the Ireland girl from Ireland, could be completely wrong. She's not from Ireland. I'm completely sorry about that. But like, sometimes she's a bitch and she's supposed to be a bitch, but it kind of like phased into like liking her, and I did enjoy that aspect. But the main character, what she does, like, I was in the negative with her most of the story. What she did with one of the tenants' girlfriends and stuff like that. Like, it was very selfish. And I understand at that point in time you had to be selfish. And when my sister had cancer, there's trips to France and shit happened in France that's like shouldn't have happened, but it was almost miracle aspect. So this goes into the miracle aspect of miracles and, you know, religious stuff as well. And I do think some of it just felt a little dirty or a little bit like backhandish, and it just felt fucking wrong. And it hit me the wrong way on some levels. I understand what he was doing, but it just didn't hit me to the core like it should. And some of it was just, like I said, backhanded comments that would just felt really unnecessary, and with agendas that just didn't feel like it needed to be part of the story. But overall, my second overall, I think the positives overall, third overall, outweighs the negatives. So the Midnight Club will receive a 3 out of 5 blue futons, which equals at 60%. So see the critics' news scores gave this one. So critics at 88% with Midnight Club. Oh, damn. Audience score of 56? Whoa, I'm with the audience on this one. Fascinating. Sometimes I'm interested. Critics, there's 51 of them. Audience score 376. Here's critic consensus. Mike Flanagan's. Is it Flanagan Simpsons? Anyway, hot streak of heartfelt horror stories continues strong in the Midnight Club. A tale of terminal teenagers told with jolts and joie de farce? I don't know what French. Is that French? I ain't France. The only thing French is French fries and freedom. But yeah, I'm interested why the negatives. CNN gave it a negative. Time Magazine and IndieWire. Interesting. But people that liked it, Variety, Common Sense Media. Not as good as other series. Given the director's prior efforts, it's just shocking to see how terrible amateurish the storyline acting. Just a mess all over the place. I mean, it was all over the place. It really was. Yeah. But like I said, the stories, I think, were good enough for me to put it in the positive range. So 60, 88, 56. Chase Talk with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope no thing is Bluetontopia. You Blue Futons. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day. Peace and love to everyone. And thank you for watching this. I think we need 18 more for a free one of those. Is it going to be you to win it? Let's find out.